guys, and welcome to today's trade breakdown. Today was a really slow trade. As you can see on the daily chart, our volume was very low, so the bodies are becoming smaller. So yeah, with also like the end of the week, we have also like today a really interesting news day. So today's Wednesday, and at 2 p.m. we have also like the federal funds rate and FOMC press conference. So yeah, that's the daily chart. We have a really small higher time frame gap. That's what 50-minute chart looks like. Right here we have basically our Asia session with actually relatively clean sell-side liquidity because of the bodies. We have equal bodies right here. We have London lows, which we scrapped already, London highs, which got scrapped within the opening, within the AM session. Also, did we scrap New York open kill zone buy side liquidity, so that's always an important liquidity pool. And also the liquidity pool right here, so New York open kill zone sell side liquidity right at the midnight opening price, and as you can see right here, we have 8:30 and 9:30 relatively equal. So before we drop lower, I want to show you as always regular trading hours. So right here we have basically regular trading hours, and as you can see right here, we have a new opening range gap higher, actually about 87, so 90 handles. Let me check again. No, it's a bit more, 110. Yeah, thought so. So 110 handles, still smaller than 120 handles, so therefore we want to see price trade back to the consequent encroachment, and then we are able to trade higher if we want so. But our first direction is lower, so we want to reach consequent encroachment of the new opening range gap. And so basically now I want to show you ES. ES was kind of similar, but we swept the New York open kill zone sell-side liquidity within the opening, so therefore we had SMT, and we can see that on NQ right here. So on the 5-minute chart you see I labeled SMT right here because on ES we basically swept the New York open kill zone sell-side liquidity, and on NQ we did not and traded higher. So maybe let's drop to a 1-minute chart. So right here with the opening, we traded higher, traded lower, yes, and basically created the bullish SMT right here, and then we traded higher, swept the buy side liquidity of New York open kill zone and also London highs. So therefore we are really overbought because we did not only sweep every session liquidity right here, but we also are above all opening prices, and we still did not trade it back to consequent encroachment of regular trading hours. Therefore I'm looking for shorts if price action basically allows that to it. And so basically if we find a setup, because we don't want to chase higher prices, if we basically have like yeah, open targets, for example consequent encroachment of regular trading hours, and also like the opening prices and sell side liquidity. So right here we broke lower after we swept the session liquidity, and that's actually your ATM model. But today was kind of different because we could not really find any speed with trading into the favorable gap right here. We had definitely time distortion here, especially because due to the SMT, I expect, because for the ATM model the New York open kill zone liquidity has to be untouched on both assets. That was not the case today, but because consequent encroachment of regular trading hours was lying below the New York open kill zone, I was expecting NQ still to trade lower and also like target for example the relatively equal lows right here, also the equal bodies right here, and eventually, even if we are kind of bearish, maybe back to Asia lows. So, and we also do have like the huge order block right here, and if we take measurements, we can see we could have also like maybe traded back to consequent encroachment around here. But yeah, So now back to the 1 minute chart. I will basically show you now my executions. I entered right here with 3 contracts, and because we were basically following huge displacing candles, and we already had a bullish SMT with New York Open Kill Zone sales liquidity, I was aware of the fact that we could eventually trade higher and really spend much time in here within high resistance, and then eventually we would trade lower, but I knew that would take a lot of time, and I basically did not like the fact that we traded lower perfect to the 9:30 opening and then just traded higher again. So definitely high resistance in here, and therefore I mitigated, I think, 1 or 2, I don't really know. That was basically a loss of a small loss, 18 US dollar, and but then we broke basically low, and I entered again with, I think, 1 partial. So yeah, I think I bought 1 here and sold 1 right here. So therefore I was in the trade, and my stop was right here above the candle right here, because I expected this gap to be treated as a breakaway gap, and in fact we did that because it was basically lying within the upper portion of the balanced price range, and therefore we want to see that we only trade to the lower portion of the breakaway gap. So that you can also see right here, we reacted perfectly to consequent encroachment of the breakaway gap. And that's basically also what we learned a bit today, that we have to be more patient with this big displacing candles to the downside. We don't want to chase price low at these prices lower. So therefore we can expect actually something like engineered sell-side buy-side liquidity in this case, which will get scrapped later on. So like a short-term run and stops. We can also like take our measurement and also like just check where consequent encroachment is, that we basically enter within a premium. But yeah, I stick to my stop loss placement, and that was that played actually really nicely out. So it's played out really nicely. That's the right way. So I added right here after we could finally trade lower. I wanted to see actually NQ to trade lower with 10:30, but we still spent a lot of time in here. But then eventually we traded lower. I added right here, and then I was aiming for my first partial was right here at the midnight opening price, but that was actually not filled with the wick right here. I don't know. I think next time I have to maybe like put it a bit higher, that we get definitely filled, because that's actually really unlucky. But we traded lower. Just right here we have the London close macro. We traded lower, really good stop loss management in that case. Then I sold I bought 2 contracts right here, because we could not displace below the engineered sales liquidity. So I really would have liked that we see bodies close down here, and that we would trade lower. But really high resistance conditions today. Then we traded higher. We basically had once again a short-term run and stops right here, but we stayed within the fair value gap. I had still actually good stop loss management, and then we traded lower. I took 1 partial right here, and then had my stop, I think, right above the high right here, and got stopped right here. So bit unfortunate, because afterwards we traded a bit lower. I don't know if I would have even taken a partial or just aimed for a bit more like a expansion to the downside, but I'm really content with the trade. Today was really difficult, but I stick to my bias. I stick to the regular trading hours direction. I had really good stop loss management. I had really good money management. I am content with my partials, definitely. And yeah, I think it was a really good trading day actually, and feels good to be like right with your bias. So basically, really good day. I think I made around, I don't know, 150 or something. So that's balance after, and right here you have to compare these two. I have not like calculated it so far, but yeah, I wanted to see also like how we play out later on. I think we will not be able to trade even lower, but yeah, we will see maybe in a PM session with the news. but that's basically it. Really nice day. We can also like maybe take a quick look right here to electronic trading hours. Oh no, it's still regular trading hours, but you know what I mean. So right here you can see how we perfectly traded to the consequent encroachment actually, and we could have also like expected that we would still trade lower after like only trading to the downside right here. So with that, that was like the sweep where I took my last partial. That was with the wick right here. But we did not reach consequent encroachment right here, so therefore we could have expected that we would trade even lower. That's basically, as you can see on NQ, so on CFDs, that's basically the wick right here, and that we reached consequent encroachment with trading lower right here. And yeah, that could have been your last partial, would have been perfect then, but yeah, I'm content with that. Really nice trading day, and yeah, that's it.